Welcome to News, Booze, and What We Choose with Danielle and Dami.
Grab a drink, get the news, and come hang with us.
Yeah, I
Woohoo!
went to go grab my
Cheers!
water. Cheers!
Cheers! Dink!
Dink dink. What beer are you drinking, girl?
So this is Berkeley's finest, Trumer Pills.
Hmm,
Have you ever had it?
never even heard of it.
What?
Mm.
Oh, this is actually the first. No, that's a lie. Dang it. Okay, I thought it was. I thought it was the first beer that I liked. It's a very close one though.
What was the first beer you liked?
Rolling Rocks. Do
Huh?
you
The
remember
first beer,
that?
I think, yes. The first beer I liked that was not like thinking I liked it, but really I didn't because all I had was like the crappy stuff. But when I got the
Uh-huh.
good stuff, my first one was Stella.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's crisp.
Yeah, crisp, light. It's a good entry drug of beers.
That, and then I always loved when we went to Old Wagon, I loved getting I'm saying it wrong. Hot top? Flat top? The one where you get the orange slice in it? Shock top. Shock
Oh,
top.
shock top. Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
That
I
was a
can't drink
real
that anymore.
I don't
I
think
used to
and
love
I
that
I
too.
would never want one. Like my
Mm-mm.
palate doesn't even like crave it ever. But when I
No.
was younger, I used to like it because it was refreshing. It felt
Yeah.
like an orange juice.
Totally like first beer entry drug. Okay, similarly, the first time I liked an IPA was in the
Ugh.
same little vicinity, but it was because it was like one of the bars downtown San Pedro Square. There was I think it was Lagunitas. One of their rep was there, and he was explaining to us like what was in it, like what notes it had, almost like a wine. And when he explained that it's very floral and you might like smell lemon peel and just like he was going through the notes, and then I took a sip and I drank the whole beer, I was like, oh, I
What was
needed
it?
that. It was just like a Lagunitas, like whatever
Huh.
one of their ones that they've been brewing forever, but
I
it
hate
was
IPA.
I'm not a big IPA person either, but I can appreciate it now. And that was like probably like 15 years ago because I'm that old. But yeah, like
Indeed.
when you know the notes, when someone like explains it to you, I feel like it's easier to kind of be like, ah, okay, I can appreciate that.
Not like our beer pong
No,
PBR. What are they called? When it was the cubes, the Coors Light cubes.
I don't know.
It was literally where it was the box shape because it was a 30 rack or something. And that's what you would get if you were know it was going to be a long night of beer pong because it was such cheap ass beer, but it was great for beer pong. Good times. Flip
Oh,
cup.
flip
Flip
cup.
cup. Um, well, that's fun. I hate
Yeah.
IPA. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking, it's definitely you shouldn't base a book on its cover or judge a book by its cover. Well, in this case, I did because it's so pretty. It is called Story Point,
hmm
and it has a little quill, a feather quill,
It's pretty.
like you're writing a story.
A
And
love story.
a love story. It has, speaking of notes, it has notes of black cherry and roasted oak.
Hmm.
It's a Pinot Noir, but it's tasty.
Looks pretty.
It's very pretty. Usually I try to like not judge it by its label, but I'm like, this one's really pretty and speaking to me, so I just grabbed it.
You say it was Story Point?
Story Point Pinot Noir. I'm sure they have other kinds, but it's Story Point from Sonoma County.
Hmm.
Story Point Vineyards.
Kind of sounds familiar or looks familiar, but
It's beautiful. So I think I can't see what the little, oh, Story Point Select, but the actual back says Story Point Vineyards.
pretty, pretty. So what
So
have you been up to?
not a lot.
hmm
Not
I
a lot
know
at
it's
all.
been a quick kind of week, right?
Yeah, we're recording this on a Thursday for full transparency. So if
hmm
anything wild happens, knock on it.
Danielle put in her notes, shampooed the
Literally,
rug.
and I put parentheses riveting. No, that's literally all I did. So it's been a normal week because I actually been prepping. Oh, I don't want to bypass. I did shampoo a rug and it's good times. Um, but because of
Oh.
our old pup passing, I can now have a rug back out here again. I didn't have a rug in the living room for like a year and a half because that little
hmm
incontinence pee pee shooter just pee peed whenever it wanted, anywhere it wanted, without a warning. So I couldn't have one out here because even with my little green machine, I would wash it, I would do it, and it would still have that musk.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah,
So I
gross.
threw away a bunch of rugs because of that pool. But RIP, man. Good times. But yeah, that was pretty much it because
Yeah.
I'm preparing for the reason why we're recording this on Thursday. Fun, fun weekend. And of course, I'm congested as all hell, and I'm hoping it's just really bad allergies. I'm willing it to be really bad allergies, and I'm going to fool myself into thinking it's bad allergies. But my nose is running, so I'm pulling a Damiana 50% of the time. Um, but no, this weekend we're gonna go to Pacifica. By the time you're listening to this, we're already back. It's literally gonna be an overnight. So leaving on Friday, leaving in the morning, going for the day, spending the night at a hotel that has our room's gonna have an ocean view, and so we can leave the window open and hear the waves crashing against the cliffs. So
Pretty.
bring in the pup and got her like this little carrier so I don't have to lug around her actual kennel.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be able to like chill in the front seat.
Oh my
I'm
God,
sure
she's
the boy,
gonna love it.
I'm sure the boys are gonna want her in the middle. I'm like, no, you guys are gonna terrorize her the whole way, aka Wyatt. So yeah, she's just gonna be chilling with us, and then gonna hang out with a high school friend of mine. So me and her have kids. So her kid, mind you, is a teenager. She's like almost 15. So she's actually going to watch The Boys so I can, for the first time in 6 years, see a movie that isn't rated
Woohoo!
G in theaters. So I'm going to go see Scream 7. We're going to go to, apparently, she's like, yeah, it's really cool. Right down the street is where that like really pretty Taco Bell that you've seen where they serve margaritas.
The cantina.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I've seen videos of that place and I've never been. So we're going to go
Hmm.
there, which is great because the boys love quesadillas and they Forrest loves the nacho fries. So I'm like, sweet, getting dinner's prepared there,
Easy peasy.
and then just head back on Saturday. So I'm
Cute.
excited.
I love it.
A
I love
little,
it. I love it.
a little overnight vacation, if you will, and then come back and then hit up the farmers market on Sunday.
Sounds like a good weekend.
And before I go over to you, one other riveting thing. Saturday when we get back, make it crazy and go to Costco and get my first ever Costco membership.
Whoa, hold on, lady. Easy now.
I'm just saying it is scandalous over here because also I am multiple decades old and I've never had a Costco membership before. So I'm kind of thrilled because my boys are getting bigger. They want a lot more food and
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
it does. Put them definitely in the basket. If my kids fit in the front part, your kids will too.
Oh no, and even today we went to have to just grab some like road trip snacks.
Hmm.
And they had the dual seats at the grocery store we went
Oh
to,
yeah. Yeah,
and they had
that's
the
the
dual
best.
seats. And mind you, like, and it was weird that it has like a basket table inside, so they were able to put stuff
Hmm.
in it, and it was like, that's weird.
The nice thing too is like if you see stuff, it might also be online and you can purchase it online and their shipping, if it qualifies, I
Oh,
think is only like I think it's like $2 or $3.
oh, really?
Yeah, so I have to buy Hunter's food and I'm like, it's like spend $30 more and get free shipping. And I'm looking at the shipping and I'm like, it's $2 or $3.
You're
Like
like,
I'm not spending 30 more dollars.
no, it's like that meme where you're like trying to convince myself that spending $50 more would make sense to have free shipping when all it costs is $3.99.
Like no. But they do have a lot of stuff, not like the fresh stuff, but so if you could also lie to your kids if they see something they really want. You can be like, "We'll get it online.
Well,
I'll
and
check over when
also,
we come back."
I'm not getting something they've never had before unless I know for a fact they'll eat it, because that's the thing is I'll get stuck with
That's
something that's
hard, yeah.
that's not vegan friendly that I
Hmm.
can't even eat. And what am I going to do? Try to pawn it off on anybody that walks through my door, be like, "Hey, you want 17 of these?"
Samples, you know.
I know, but
Hopefully they
they don't always sample the things, of course, that
not
the kids
always.
want.
Yeah,
But
not
let me tell
always.
you, the bars and the nugs,
Hmm.
that's definitely on the top of my list because
Coming
homeboy,
home. Yeah.
even today while I was working, Wyatt, I'm pretty sure, because I was during meetings and he knows if he hands me something, I'll just open and give it to him. I
Hmm.
won't even look. I'm pretty sure he did it 3 times during a meeting where I'm like, did you just have 3 bars?
Oh my God.
But then I was like, he didn't eat his lunch. And I was like, yeah, you had 3 bars.
Oh
Now
shit.
you're not even hungry.
They have great yogurt, great berries and
Oh,
vegetables.
he is the yogurt machine.
Yeah, They have all that great stuff. I get the apple sauces from there too. Big old thing of like, our pouches or whatever. And then,
Mm,
obviously all the bars. Yeah, love it. Love it. It's
sweet.
dangerous and fun, but also a necessity. So,
I did just recently put a wire rack because I wanted to organize my closet. Shocking. I organized my closet, but I got one of those wire stocking racks that
hmm
you can see like pretty much anywhere, like any storage facility situation. But I actually now have a method to the madness in the whole closet. So I'll have some places for stuff to go.
Yeah, there you
Like
go.
back stock.
Backstock. Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Um, I think with I got an Aura ring maybe like
Yeah, your thumb ring.
2 months ago. Yeah. And I have been a little bit more aware of my sleep or lack of sleep. And prior to us going on like a world extravaganza trip over the holidays, the boys really slept through the night. And so I was totally taking life for granted. They had like a few, I mean, they definitely have had their share of sleep regressions, but we always kind of came back to like sleeping through the night. This has been the longest, like since coming back in January till like up until recently, the longest stretch of like them. I mean, some nights it's like waking up 7 times in a night to go put them back to bed. So they'll just get up and they'll be like, I need a pappy, or like tuck me back in, or I'm thirsty, or whatever it is, or
Oh
they're
my
just
God,
getting it.
Wyatt pulled that shit. I
Yeah.
tucked him in for his nap. I turn around to close the door. He's like, blanket. I'm like, I already tucked you in. Blanket. And he had kicked him off. I'm like, you little shit.
Yeah. I've tried like tucking the
Burrito.
blankets in. Yeah, like no, like in between like the crack of the
Oh, the wall.
mattress, yeah, and the wall, like to like really tuck them in there because there's these like they're pretty expensive. They're like zipper beds.
Oh, I've
You
seen
seen
those. It's
those?
like a sleeping bag, but
It's
for
like a
like a
sleeping
bed.
bag. Yeah, and then that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, well, they do have a sleeping bag, and the boys do need new, like they need like a new twin size thick blanket versus like three baby blankets or like whatever we're doing is like very hodgepodge. So, anyways, I've been very aware, and I ended up getting to this point of having over 5 hours of sleep. What is it called? Sleep debt. That's
Oh,
like
it
being
tells you
tracked.
like, it tells you.
Yes, it tells you like, hey, homegirl, you need to sleep.
You're like,
Like
okay,
you're in
when?
debt.
When?
So the past 2 nights, I'm like, I have to like really try to like make this a point, even if they wake up in the middle of the night, that I have to be in bed by a certain time. I'm just trying to get more sleep where I can. So the past 2 nights, I've gotten 7 hours of sleep basically for 2 nights, which I am someone who used to love 9 hours, 8 or 9. So
God, I cannot remember the last time I did that.
oh, would be so nice. But there was a few nights in there where I was getting like 4 or 5 hours. So I'm
How
have
do you feel now?
I feel okay. I think that because we've been doing this for so long, I'm like almost like used to it, but I know like who I am. In
Well,
my
and
soul
also,
is someone who like has really good sleep patterns, so it's hard.
as you get older, you do need to sleep more. I know like presidents and historical figures are like, you only need 4 hours of sleep to.
No, no.
No, you need more, especially in your old age.
Yeah, I had heard too that women we have more sleep issues than men, and we tend to not be able to fall back asleep or not fall asleep as
I
we're
can't even
getting
fall back to
older.
sleep.
So yeah, it's a battle that I'm like, no, I'm winning this. So anyways, yeah, I'm proud of my 2 days. I did all the little tasks in life are mostly done this week. Same like you, like not a whole lot, but I put in my my notes perimenopausal like question mark
I
because
that was me a few weeks ago, remember? I was like, might be going through perimenopause.
yeah, that's right. Um, I cannot, and we've talked about this in the past, like I cannot memorize things like I used to. Um, I don't know. And my memory is just like shot to hell. And I have also like I'm sure it's like part mom brain, and I was chatting with one of my other friends like in text, and I was like, "How are you doing?" And she was like all of the things, like trying to just get all of the things done, but like not enough time, and like being a mom. And it was like cryptic, like short and cryptic, and I was like, "This I understand. Like I've never connected more." Is that your get that shit out of here?
It's my ginkgo biloba.
Well, ginkgo biloba, please sponsor Danielle.
Dude,
Do
I'm
you
telling you.
really like notice a difference?
Well, yeah, if you take it regularly. If you take it when you remember it, good luck. But if you take it every day, I do actually, I feel like I'm more focused and I retain more information, like especially if I have to do trainings and stuff or anything, then
Mm,
I'll retain more information if I know that I'm consistently taking it. The moment I fall off and I like take it once a week,
yeah.
oh, that does nothing. You're
Do you
wasting
take
two a
do
day.
you, do you take turmeric pills too?
No, I just eat turmeric every single day.
I love turmeric.
I put it on my tofu and you have to activate it with black pepper for it to actually absorb into your system. So I always have like super peppery turmeric tofu
Hmm,
every day.
nice. Um, I'll look into that. I just pulled it up on Amazon. Yeah, I just feel like my brain is not the same and I'm stressy
Oh, well, I told
and
you about
yeah, the rage.
wow, the perimenopausal rage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking about that with another friend too, just about the rage and like there like in my brain like throughout the day I remember that like I have to do something whatever it is, and then I'll like, oh, and I have to do this and I have to, and it but it's not like consecutive, it's like throughout the day, and I'm like I should have written this down, but my hands are full or I'm in the middle of something, and I'm like, oh my God, how do I get anything accomplished, like anything. I, I don't know. So
Like,
anyways,
do
that's
men
kind of
have to worry about this shit? I don't know. I also recommend this stuff. It's called and focus. Nope. Here, let me just turn that off for a sec. Um, it's called boop, doop,
feel like I need readers.
mer. Okay, there you go. Her Wellness Estrovera from Megagenics.
Hmm.
It's a plant-based, completely herbal, plant-based multi-symptom perimenopausal support.
Wow.
When I take it regularly, I find myself that I don't sweat.
Oh, I don't
Because
think.
it says that it covers 12 common symptoms, including hot flashes, sleep disturbances, and much, much more.
Hmm.
So I'll drop the links in the description if you too are on the struggle bus
Mm-hmm.
of memory loss or perimenopausal issues.
Oh, so fun. Oh, so fun.
Getting on is
Um,
so great, and being a woman is so fantastic.
so fun. Speaking of being a woman, let's move on to what the fuck Trump.
Yeah, for real. Well, we're not, he just had a State of the Union, but we're not going to go through it
Yes.
line by line, every single detail. No, no, no. We'll go through
Lies, lies,
the
lies.
five takeaways, aka the five lies from
Mm-hmm.
Trump's State of the Union address. So, number one, Trump ignored the difficulties people are facing with the economy. He literally said, the economy's great. What
For
are you guys talking
you.
about? What are you
For
guys talking
you.
about? What you talking about, guys? And then Kamala actually went on Aaron, the guy who we constantly are reposting, went on a podcast with her, or I think his show
Mm-hmm.
podcast, and literally said, like, how do you feel about him talking about, the economy being so great? She's like, well, he's lying. Like, and then she gave her 2 cents about her experience with like a single mother trying to go to the grocery store and just like people who she's spoken with. And then she's like, he's flat out lying. He's not telling the truth. He's just completely in a completely different world than the normal
Mm-hmm.
person.
Yes.
Um, Trump's midterm message is not new. So basically, he is talked a lot about his political hobby horses, the woes of immigration, crime, and culture wars. He wants to get all the people who are deviants and abusers and criminals. And I reposted something and I was like, the call is coming from inside the house. Like, you're literally talking about yourself here.
You, yeah.
It's not me, not Hermione. Yo.
Yo.
But yeah, so he said that malarkey and that he tried to hit a reset button on immigration, focusing on border security and crimes committed, replete with gory anecdotal details about how awful these immigrants are. Yeah. There is no legislative agenda, so we're only about half a dozen specific Trump things that Trump asked Congress to do. Codify Trump's attempts to lower drug prices, pass the Stop Insider Trading Act, which would restrict the Wall Street trading of members of Congress and their spouses,
Hmm.
pass what Trump is getting calling the Delilah Law, which would ban commercial licenses for immigrants in the country without legal status, restore funding for the Department of Homeland Security, and pass the SAVE Act, which would require proof. We've already discussed this on previous
Yeah.
episode. Basically, make voting extremely difficult
Mhm.
for anybody except the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, Democratic response had a wide range. So they actually stood up and applauded when he made a point being like, all these Democrats voted against the something. Wait, wow, it's slipping my mind. I blame my allergies.
Was it the Save
Um,
Act?
I think so. They basically applauded with the fact that they didn't want to, oh, it was the taxes. They didn't want
Oh,
to
that's right.
basically, they voted against it. And he was very upset about them. And they all stood up and applauded, like, sure, we
They're
sure
like,
did.
yeah.
We sure did. Um, and then Representative Al Green of Texas carried a sign that read, Black people aren't apes, a
I
reference
saw
to a
that.
Trump social media post featuring a video that depicted the president, obviously Obama, and former First Lady Obama as apes. And
Mhm.
for the second year in a row, Green was removed from the chamber. Good for you.
Second year. It's a
And
compliment at this point.
oh, hell yeah. And
Yeah.
then this is the last one. None of this will likely matter much politically because views of Trump are baked in. So basically, a lot of what he said, a lot of people eye rolled and were just like, seriously, dude, like, we don't believe anything you say, which I'm so glad to hear. And I'm just going to say it. I actually have a childhood friend who's big Trumper,
Mm-hmm.
love Trump and all that. Methinks the tables are turning with that because
Oh,
I've been seeing some posts that were like, I'm disappointed in everybody
good.
and no longer being like, Trump's my man, he's my man, blah, blah, blah. No longer are the days of that. So, huh,
Yeah,
huh,
that is good. I mean, we need people to wake up and, join join the other side. We need to come together a little bit more. They are dividing us. These billionaires are dividing us, and it's them. They're the problem.
true. And also, side note before we move on from the State of the Union, why was Erika Kirk there giving her horrible acting of the fake crying, like,
My
thank
God.
you, thank you,
She
I
loves
love
a
you, thank you.
spotlight.
But like again, no tears, just like the thank you. I love you. Thank you. It's like, shut up. Why are you even there? And then somebody on Threads said she's the America's WOTUS, widow of the United States.
Amazing. Yeah. I could
Um,
do without her forever.
dude, why is she there at the State of the Union address?
I
Why?
guess I guess they're yeah. Huh.
Oh wait, I completely forgot.
Hmm.
This was a couple weeks ago. Did you see that apparently, like, somebody pointed out the fact that, you know how she took over her husband, her ex-husband? Wait, whatever. Her husband, I guess if you're a widow, you're still technically her husband.
Mhm.
She took over his podcast and there's shelves behind where he used to like record.
Oh,
She took down their wedding photo that was always prominent in frame whenever he recorded. She took it down.
that's too obvious. She really did that?
Yeah,
Maybe she was like, this is the only one I have, and I really need it in my room.
sure. With sure. With JD Vance paying late night visits allegedly. Anyway, and also let's go into before we get into the other things, kind of I guess this goes into it, but the Clinton deposition happened today.
Hmm.
So as of right now, Hillary Clinton, she testified and she said
Hmm.
that she has no information on Epstein's crimes and doesn't recall meeting him. What's funny enough is she walked in there with an organized book, like a binder, color-coded tabs, slip covers for papers, organized to the nth degree. You know
Hmm.
damn well she's the one that waltzes in being like, no one ever helped with my project. Well, I'm gonna get the project done myself. And the thing is, it's like, why does she have to testify when it was her husband's actions?
I don't know. I don't know what, like, I don't understand. I guess I don't understand specifically what the witch hunt is here with her, but I
Like
mean,
with him, I get it. With
I with
her,
him I get, yeah, I'm not
why?
sure if I guess maybe if she knew anything, are they doing that with all the spouses?
Probably
Um,
not where it's
yeah.
convenient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just all a show. I mean, it's such a show. It's a shit
Yes.
show, but
So
whatever.
it
We'll
just
see.
started today. So we'll have probably more information over the next week because it literally just started
And
today on 226.
tomorrow is Bill.
Oh, okay. So yeah, today
Okay.
was Hillary and tomorrow's Bill.
Hmm.
We'll have
That's the
more
one.
information for next week.
Yeah, that's the one I'm more curious about.
There is one though that said like Clinton deposition forced, why does it do this to me? Forced to stop after Lauren Boebert leaked a picture from inside. So the House Oversight Committee's deposition of Hillary Clinton has come to a sudden halt after Representative Lauren Boebert leaked a photo to MAGA influencer Benny Johnson, who immediately posted it. Cameras are not allowed in closed door meetings. So a photo was taken and then they found out and immediately had to stop the deposition. So
I didn't understand. Okay.
like a literally she just like as she was sitting there, she just snapped a
Hmm.
photo on her phone.
And then she had to,
And
they
then she
should have just
sent
kicked her
it. Then
ass
she
out.
sent it, and then someone posted it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, let's not do that.
Hmm.
Um, and then I guess we'll go into this first because then
Okay.
the other items are more what we choose, less Trump related. But the Olympic men's hockey team, they won. I teared up because they brought the kids of the person who had gotten hit by a drunk driver. And he was supposed to be part of the men's hockey team, the Olympic men's
Hmm.
hockey team. So they brought the kids down to the ice. I watched the game early. It was fantastic. Um, but then what's his name? Kash
Kash
Patel.
Patel. Hmm.
He was in the locker room chugging beers, going crazy, like he doesn't have anything else to do as the head
Hmm.
of FBI.
Hmm.
There's a lot going on over here that you could be working on, but okay. And then he put the president on speakerphone. And this, of course, our president being the charmer that he is, he just was like, congratulations. Well, I guess like you guys should come, blah, blah, blah. And I guess I'll have to invite the women's hockey team.
Hmm.
Her. Like, so unnecessary and so derogatory. So, of course, now everyone's like all in an uproar about, like, God, guys, it's not that deep. It's not that big a deal. But actually, it is because the women's teams actually got the most medals in the Olympics.
Hmm.
And then a lot of people are like, oh, well, boys will be boys in the locker room. It's just locker room talk, like how it's like, grab him by the pussy was locker room talk. Don't forget. Um, but yeah, a lot of people are just kind of trying to excuse it and be like, and boys will be boys. It was just locker room talk. They were all jacked up on adrenaline. They didn't really mean it. They didn't know what they were like cheering on to or laughing about. But it's like, this is enough. Like, guys, masculinity actually is more of more defined as you're standing up for what is right. You're not scared to stand up against someone else's beliefs that aren't following yours. So are you saying that you believe every comment that was made? Do you believe that the women should just be like second characters and you're main characters? Like a lot of those things. And um none of the men came out after being like, I was caught up in the moment. I'm so proud of the women's team. That's all that was needed.
Hmm.
That's like literally one sentence they could have said, and they would have been like, "Oh, we forgive you." Like that, get it, we got it. You're in the moment, got it. You're not gonna like go against the president on, a voice or a freaking speakerphone. So it's like all you had to do was come out the next day being like, I just got up in the moment. But nope, no one did that. Not one single person. So yeah, it's just like stop trying to be cool in front of the fucking douche canoe and our loser president and just like stand up for actually what you believe in. And if this is what you believe in, that sucks because then like all these women that women birthed you,
Hmm.
Women took you to practice. Women,
Sisters,
you have sisters.
moms,
Maybe you have daughters.
daughters. Yeah.
And do you really think like if they were part of an Olympic team that you would want to hear men totally talking down about them and their efforts? Like, do you think you would be okay with that?
Hmm.
Well, boys will be boys. And again, if you think so, it's totally fine and excusable, then that sucks for you because your mindset sucks.
I think that there was, I was trying to see like who's apologized. Looks like Charlie McAvoy told reporters on February
McAvoy.
26th, McAvoy, that he was sorry for how he responded and emphasized that the reaction was not representative of his respect for the women's team.
Thank you. And that's
Um,
all that they
yeah.
wanted. And I'm sure that it is appreciated.
And that it does say, well, some players apologized. Others, like Jack Hughes, were criticized for downplaying the incident.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think, um, man, yeah, that's I I was grossed out just like every other woman who was like, cool, thanks. I could, on the other side, I could totally see being caught up in the moment, but it doesn't excuse it. You're an
No.
adult. Um, and you're on a platform, you're on a stage. Like you have to take a beat.
Literally on the gold medal stage.
You have to know that you're gonna need to take a beat and act and it's like with the utmost respect at all times, be on your best behavior and don't participate in that shit. Just it's okay to let a gross joke like that go by silently. Like,
Just be
you
kind of
know,
like stand silent and just be like, hmm, like, no,
yeah,
no.
that's usually my reaction. Like I'm usually not the one. It takes me a beat to be like, wait, that was gross. I'll usually just like be quiet and I'm like,
And do that like look around like, did I just hear what I just heard?
yeah, yeah, like that's more understandable to me. But yeah, what a shame. I loved what I'm gonna find the quote. Oh my God, it was so good. Women's, hold on, the women's USA hockey
Oh, I think I saw that.
team player says,
While you're looking at that, I just want to say I love the fact that they got asked to go to the White House and they had a little mini bottle of water with McDonald's while the women's hockey team were taken by Flava Flav on a jet to Vegas and ate with Stanley Tucci at a gourmet like Michelin star restaurant in Vegas and were given
Mm-mm.
wine and all the food they wanted and just, like we're literally rubbing elbows with these amazing people. It's just like, oh, that's so funny. And the fact that like they have a picture where it's like, it's really telling when you're literally sitting there at the table trying to rip open a packet of ketchup and it's like they couldn't even like open it for
Yeah.
you.
It was like that looks like it sucks.
Hmm.
Yeah, that these women that won, they were absolutely amazing as well. And to to really like love a sport like that and dedicate your life, I just think like how amazing and like the sportsmanship within that team too. Really, really, truly amazing. I can't find exactly who it was, but she responded like a reporter had asked her about it, and she was like, really unfortunate, blah, blah, blah. She had a very great answer. But
Yeah.
then she was like, but honestly, like, I'm not here to like
Speak on,
apologize.
I'm not
Yeah,
here to speak on other person's behavior.
behavior. Yeah.
I put that video in our story and she just was so eloquently stated that at the end, like, but I'm not here to literally speak on someone else's behavior. I'm here to talk about what our team did.
Yeah.
And it's like, good for you, girls,
Mm-hmm.
ladies, women. Sorry. I always say girls and girly, so it's a compliment. I'm not trying to like downplay. But yeah, it's just if you want to be a man, a real man would stand up for what's right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You had also posted the video of one of the hockey players like in the past who like kept correcting reporters after,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good one.
Ooh, I was like, till he started doing that, I was like, average guy, whatever. And after he was doing that, I was like, hello, sailor. Because he's like, oh, how do you feel about being the most decorated person? He's like, actually, I'm not. I'm a few of many, and some are women here on this event. And he just kept like, actually, that's not true. It's me and so. It was a woman's name and someone else. And he's like, not just me.
I
Like he
think
kept
that
correcting.
it's interesting because like in so many other areas of life, I feel like, well, actually I can't even say so many, but like in some areas of life, I feel like, wow, we've come really far. Like look at us, look at our women's rights. I think as of recently, not as much,
Well, yeah.
um, but
I
then you
mean, in
really
society, a lot of people do stand for women's rights,
you
but then you still
do.
have these dipshits that don't.
Yes, where it's like it's baked into like their job function as a reporter. You're going and you're not questioning what you're asking. It's like system what is the word? Like
Systematic
system.
abuse.
No, not systematic abuse. Like it's in the system. It's like it's just like how they formed a question. That person wasn't be trying to be intentional of being sexist or like leaving out a whole
That's true.
group. It's that they're just like, this is the question. This is what I'm gonna go ask. And they're not looking at the big picture.
Yeah.
It's almost like automatic. So like in other ways, I feel like, wow, and in a lot of ways with this administration and what's happening in the US, we have a long way to go for
Yeah.
women. A very, very long way to go.
And it's like, it's 2026, y'all.
Yeah, I thought we had a good, foundation.
Well, now with this president, like he's trying to set that clock backwards.
Yeah, truly. Okay.
Last thing on our what we choose is, do you drink Starbucks? Well, you may want to think twice.
Hmm.
Because recently there is a class action lawsuit placed against Starbucks for child labor and cancerous chemicals found in coffee. A class action lawsuit filed by a Seattle law firm claims Starbucks misrepresented its 100% Arabica coffee labeling. The complaint says independent lab testing in January of 2026 of this year detected volatile organic compounds in certain roasted coffee samples. According to the filing, benzene, toluene, and methylene chloride were found, and customers were not informed, obviously. What is methylene chloride, you ask? It's an industrial solvent, commonly used in paint strippers, banned
Oof.
by the EPA in 2019 for consumer paint removal products due to health risks. The lawsuit also claimed that benzene and toluene, I'm butchering that, sorry, were found at levels reportedly up to 460% above the safety levels. Basically, it's as similar as equating to putting gasoline in your coffee cup.
Mm.
And the claims of 100% ethical source coffee, false. It has been supply chain were linked to unsafe working conditions, 17-hour shifts, child labor, and physical and psychological abuse. Investigations cited farms in Brazil, China, Mexico, and Guatemala. So think twice. Think twice before you take a sip of Starbucks.
There is a documentary called Liquid Gold.
Mm. I've heard about it, but I never watched it.
Yeah, really, really good documentary. I'm like, that is what it's called, right?
Well, you'll find out by the end of this episode what
I
it's
will.
called,
And we'll
and we'll
we'll
put it in
link
the
it.
description. Yeah.
Um, but I'll put it in the description, but I highly recommend it. It's Liquid Gold.
Did you
Black
watch it? Like,
Gold.
how long ago was it?
I watched it when I was in school, so it was a
Oh,
while ago. Maybe it's Black Gold.
so 40 years ago. I'm just
So
kidding.
yeah, so about 40 years ago.
So
No,
when
but
when
it's a
we
really
learn the phone.
it's a really good documentary about like the exploitation of these goods that are coming from Africa, are coming from Brazil.
Like all goods?
Oh, it's coffee and chocolate mainly.
Oh.
And they talk about how these big companies are exploiting these farms. And they're really like ruining the resources, ruining the economies over there. You're talking about like extremely poor countries or areas of a country that are dedicated to farming these like resources for these
Yeah.
humongous companies. And the companies are, I mean, they're beyond wealthy and not giving back. They're not properly paying people. There's no strict labor law. So it's just, It's devastating. So I've always, since then, always looked for things that say fair trade. If you've seen that marker, the
Yeah.
fair trade marker, what's happening with Starbucks is that's really
Misleading
unfortunate,
because
really misleading.
they're
Hmm.
saying it's like 100% ethical. Really? False. But
Is
that's
I'm
not good.
um I'm curious if they actually have like the fair trade. Um,
Oh, like the
yeah,
actual fair trade mark, like mark.
it does say fair trade certified. Starbucks has sold fair trade certified coffee since
But where is that
2000.
certification coming from?
Don't know. That's a great question. But I mean, yeah, that's like the other thing is like you can just slap it on. And with what I've heard too is like with cuts to our own, and this is like outside, but like with our own like farming infrastructure here in the States, that a lot of the like regulations that are being put on food that like we would look at in the grocery store and say, oh, this looks like it's safe or this looks like it's organic or whatever. Now, with less money to fund those
Or being
things,
completely stripped, bullied
yeah,
because he doesn't want to pay it.
people are a little bit more nervous about how are those being regulated? How are those being upheld? So you can only imagine in a third world country.
Oh my God. Where they don't even have clean drinking water.
I mean, it's an issue. So, that's so shitty to hear.
Just be mindful of where you get your coffee and do your due diligence to kind of hopefully do the research to find out like if you believe it, if you stand by it, if you're gonna just like, you know what, fuck it. I guess I'll have some petroleum and benzoline and all these things into my, latte.
Yeah, I think your point is like understand where your food comes from.
Yeah.
Where
So, like I said, I'm going to the farmer's market on Sunday because
yeah.
it's like it tastes better. Best
Mhm.
carrot I've ever had came from the farmer's market recently. And also probably not loaded up with a bunch of shit, even though I buy organic. It's like, but
Mm,
do I? You never know.
and do you?
Anyhow, so heard around the world, seen around the world, the most adorable little monkey named Punch. If you
Hmm.
actually Google Punch the monkey, let me see if it works.
Mhm.
Oh, damn it. I'm on freaking Yahoo. But if you go on Google, they actually have little hearts with Punch's face raining down
Oh
from the
my
sky.
God, they do. That is so cute.
It is adorable, like literally just hearts of Punch the monkey and his little friend. So I'm
Sweet.
not going to go through the sadness of it all because basically he was abandoned by his mother. He was bullied
Hmm.
by his like little people monkeys in the habitat. And then he found love and
Hmm.
support from his little plush friend, a fellow monkey, a little orange monkey from IKEA. And of course, now it's completely sold out all, on IKEAs all around the world. Um, but
Oh.
as of this week, he got a friend. He got a
Mm.
friend, guys. So Punch got a little friend that is now giving him hugs and love. And then it's so funny. I saw this video and I reposted it to our story. That's the handler who Punch loves. So he'll wait by the door until his handler comes out to like feed them, and he'll just jump
Mhm.
on his leg and climb on his shoulder. And there's like women being like, "Who is that handler?"
Oh my God,
Wait
how
a
cute.
second. Um, but it's so cute because he gets so excited to see him, and then he'll try to put him down, and he just is like, "Nope," and jumps right back up. Oh, he's so adorable. But there's like a
Oh.
live stream camera so you can watch like his goings on and stuff. But he has a little friend that helps him pick out the little bugs from his mama, and they tried to replace the mama today because she was
Oh,
dirty.
man.
And he lashed out and was like, "Get away from my mother," is what I think he said because he's like, "No, my dirty monkey's my mama. How dare you?"
So cute. It's too
So
much.
and he
It's
actually
too
stood up
much.
to his bullies yesterday. He actually stood up on his 2 feet and like lunged for them because they were like trying to be little punk bitches. Love it. It's so cute. But I'm gonna keep watching the Chronicles of Punch the Monkey.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, it makes me sad. His habitat has no greenery. It's just a cement pool. It looks like a cement pool. There's no trees, there's no greenery.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah, it
just
is kind of
it's just cement. they need greenery. So I'm hoping that with people advocating for Punch and the nice monkeys that are in there, not the mean monkeys, um, that they'll get some trees or something because it's so sad to look at. It literally looks like a hollowed out pool.
Yeah, I wonder.
It's
I
so
wonder why. That
sad.
is really sad. Interesting. I wonder if it's just
Yeah.
like a like where the no, wait. Here's one.
There's no greenery.
No, that's something else.
Yep. I already looked too. I was like, wait a second. Why
Hmm.
is Punch the monkey who's bringing so much attention to this place not have a lab? Like they have a water fixture, so that's fine. But they need a little freaking greenery patch or something for them to roll around on. And the tree that you do see in some of the videos is on the outside of the habitat. It's not on the inside.
Interesting.
It's
Hmm.
along the border. It's not like where the actual monkeys are.
Come on, guys, give this guy a tree.
Anyway, but
I
it's so cute. Oh, I love
love
him.
it. I
Punch the
love it.
monkey. You're my fave.
He's very
So
cute.
in what we watched, Industry season 4, episode 7, a lot of craziness happened. I really do think that Jon Snow, that's not his character's name in the show, but you know what I mean. Jon Snow might actually be fucked and his business might be gone next episode, so we'll see.
Mm.
But the soundtrack for the episode was phenomenal.
Hmm.
So whoever's doing the music on Industry right now on that episode particularly,
Way to
that was
go.
superb. Um, I also completely forgot I didn't talk about the Tell Me Lies series finale last week. Completely slipped my mind, completely forgot, never even touched a little hair on that. And I know you don't give two figs, but oh my God. The fact, okay, so she actually, the showrunner, announced it the day of, saying, "This is the last episode of the entire series. Bye." She didn't do like where you find out a week or two before, like, this will be
Hmm.
the series finale. No, even the podcast that happens after the episode said season finale because they recorded it, not realizing it was going to be the series finale.
Oh,
So we find out maybe like 3 hours before that it's going to be the series finale from the showrunner. Then let's just jump to the wedding scene. So basically, well, actually, there's one thing. So Bree's mom, and now we understand why she wasn't anywhere to be found in the actual wedding. Bree's mom got fooled, duped, bamboozled by Oliver and his wife, the open marriage couple, who were the Oliver guy that she slept with and was having a relationship with last season. He's now dating this 17-year-old, 18-year-old little girl this season, like a freshman in college, so 18 probably, in college. And Bree confided in her in literally 2 episodes ago. And they were like, she's the one where she didn't, like, she stayed at the house, didn't brush her teeth, and then ended up kissing Wrigley, that whole thing. Well, they were all sitting in the boardroom being like, these lies that you're talking about my husband. It's like, oh my God. And then the mom was standing there, Bree's mom was standing there being like, you need to just tell the truth, like totally taking their side without even hearing her daughter. So I was like, now it makes sense why you weren't invited to the wedding. Now it makes sense. But anyway, that part was shocking and also answered a lot of questions as to why like certain people weren't involved. But then skip ahead to the wedding where Stephen became a comedian. He grabbed the mic. It was like an after hours where, you know, the part of the wedding where you have the wedding and the reception, people start trickling away, and then you're left with like the after party. That's the part that we were at the end, where Stephen grabs the mic and is like, hey, before we end this night, first off, and then he unloads every secret he knows about every single person. Like he's at a roast. And it was just everyone. Finally, the truth came out about Bree and Wrigley sleeping together. They started sleeping together at the engagement party. So we actually thought they've been sleeping together since college. Like, why didn't they end up together? She actually was trying to be admirable and be like, we're not going to end up together. So we're not together, and just completely cut him off since college. And then they get to the wedding preparation weekend or whatever, or not preparation weekend, engagement party, I guess would happen a few months before, probably. No, a year before, usually. So they've been sleeping together since the engagement party. Then it's completely out in the open. Evan falls into a cake, her husband, of I'm sure like a week before they get it annulled. and falls into a cake, completely shocked, bamboozled, bewildered, all the things, all the words, because he never realized that Bree could be capable of cheating on him with his best friend from college. Then Steven looks over at Lucy and is like, I just, oh, and then it came out that Bree did share the tape that fucking made Lucy get kicked out of college. And her best friend Bree shared the tape. And Steven revealed that like, yeah, she's the one that revealed the tape, not me. Because it was made to think like Steven was the one that revealed the tape this whole time. Really, it was her best friend. And that's how she got expelled from college. And so at the end, though, of his whole like, and then you did this, you did that, you did this, he then looks at Lucy and is like, come with me. Still, after all this shit, come with me. And then he waits in the car. She comes into the car and she gets in the car like a buffoon. They go to a gas station. And at this point, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. The sun is starting to rise. They go to the gas station. She's like, let me go get some coffee. She goes inside. She comes out. He's gone. He just left her stranded in the middle of nowhere at a gas station. And the showrunner, so everyone was thinking like, oh my God, this was it. She had planned this whole thing, like wanting to be free of him because it needs to be on his terms. Otherwise, he'll always be vindictive. But if he thinks that he made it be like, I'm never going to be with you, blah, 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 then he wins, meaning you win because then he'll leave you the fuck alone. The showrunner confessed like that would have been a lovely ending in Fantasyland. But she has been deceived and duped by Steven this whole time that she's never learned. She's never had this massive plan that she got duped by him one last time. And then that was the end of the show. She was just like cracking up at herself being an idiot. So the only thing is, in the first season, Steven kills somebody. He kills her roommate, and that never there's no, like, no one goes to jail. No one is at fault for that. Just not like that. That's the only thing that everyone's like, how could you let him get away with this? To the showrunner, like pissed at the showrunner, like how could he not like had any vindication for this, like of the fact that like he killed somebody. So anyway, the series finale I thought was great. I think they wrapped up a lot of like loose ends. There was a couple, of course, like that part, like why didn't he never go to jail for killing somebody? Because what
Hmm.
happened in the first season is he was driving the car, he crashed the car, he killed the girl, her roommate, without her before she was like Lucy's roommate, before he started hooking up with Lucy. Then he moved her dead body into the driver's seat and made it look like she crashed the car
Hmm.
and like wiped the steering wheel clean, wiped the door handles clean so there was no fingerprints. Like, and he got away with it. After all that, he got away with it. So, Tell Me Lies finale, I think ended well. I'm glad that the showrunner knew not to like run this shit into the ground because I feel like a lot of shows they just don't know when to end.
Hmm.
Grey's Anatomy. Like some shows just go on forever and you're like, why are we doing this? And then there's filler seasons that make no sense. And then they have to like circle back, guys. This didn't make sense. We got a lot of like pushback on it. I'm glad she said, nope, it's going to be 3 seasons and that's it. So I give her props for that. And then I'm still watching Southern Charm and Summer House. Southern Charm, per usual, same old same. Sally is just a fucking dog in heat. Summer House, I am loving the new additions to the house, and I'm loving the fact that like Amanda still hates and loathes Kyle. I do understand why people are getting the indication that they maybe have broken up before the actual season started and they just played along with it for the show because there's certain things that was just like she's so checked out where it's like how can you be surprised that she didn't want to continue in marriage with you? So it's like either she plays that I'm so checked out, I don't like you anymore real well, or they're just like, you know what, for camera's sake, we should just play it up and then we'll announce our divorce right before the season starts.
Hmm.
But there's rumors she's already dating someone. So they've obviously been separated for some time. If that's the case, because she was with Kyle for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So since the first season, you can actually see their entire evolvement of relationship. And then one last summer house thing. West and Ciara dated. West's best friend is Jesse. West and Jesse are in the summer house. Jesse had the audacity to ask West this episode if he could make out with his ex-girlfriend.
Wow.
And he
Ballsy.
was just kind of like, are you asking me that right now? Like, seriously? He's like, just like one time, like hook up for fun. And then like he always like cuddles with her and is like, I'll try not to get a boner. Like, that's your best friend's ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing, duty? Emphasis on duty.
Mm-hmm.
Um, anyway. And then Love is Blind. Then I'm gonna say the last three things that we actually watched together. Love is Blind season 10, the last two episodes, because there's only one episode left. So the ones that premiered yesterday on the 25th. Alex is so sketchy. He's the one that I said Nordic. I meant nomadic. Sorry about that, guys. Um, I have some screenshots of the things he said because it was more of like that. Everyone was like, did he just say that? He literally, and not even like facetiously, like said, like, oh, you know what my 5-year goal is? Like, I want to have a direct quote. In 5 years, I see myself living in Florida with a phenomenal house, a potential trust in Dubai, and a safe house in Queenstown, New Zealand. Why do you need a safe house? Then at the like group thing that was like a to be continued from the last episode, at the
Mm-hmm.
group hang of all the people from the pods, he then was like talking about something, and one of the people go, "Wait, that's not what you said to me in the pod." When it was like one, she was like one of the people he was talking to, and they just never hit it off. She called him out and was like, "That's not what you said to me." And she's like, "You said da 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 da." And then the girl that he's with right now is like, "Wait, what?" He said, "What?" And then everything he's talking about is like that freaking, they have it from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie's looking at the wall of all like the papers and like the red string
Mm-hmm.
going from like
Yeah.
all the points, and he's like all jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
It literally is that he's like, well, and then this happened. She's like, but that's not what you told me. Well, but I meant like this. Well, that's not what you said. But then when I said this, I meant this. But that's not what you said. And he's like, why are you getting so frustrated at me? And then started turning the tables like, I feel like I'm getting ganged up on right now. I feel like I'm getting ganged up on. You're just acting crazy. Like, and then
Of course.
then he turns on one of the girl that she was like called me, be like, that's not what you said. He says something to her and he was like, he's like, why are you sitting here? Why are you even here right now? And she's like, oh, that's my cue. Bye. Like, I don't need to handle whatever this fucking bullshit is because I called you out.
Mm-hmm.
And then his stupid, pathetic girlfriend. I'm sorry. Your stupid, pathetic girlfriend. She is just so desperate to have a husband that she's like such a buffoon when it comes to like the shit he's saying. Like, she sees that things aren't adding up and he's yelling at her when she asks questions for clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like admits to like which he originally said he never did, and admits to hooking up with his this girl that when he goes and visits the certain city, he always hooks up with his ex girl that he had dated. But he was like, nah, girl, honey, baby, I never do that. And then it comes out, well, yeah, I do that all the time. Like, what are you talking about? I never said that. And she's like, no, you literally said that you never do that. She's like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? Like, making it seem like she's crazy.
Oh, good.
Then back at home, they're like talking about something really intense. And out of nowhere, he's like, you know what would make you feel better? Chicken nuggets, barbecue, or honey mustard? What do you want? 10 piece? And then he literally changed the subject like that, like fucking freaky. And then said, I'm gonna buy you some, a Happy Meal, girl. I got you. I got you. Like literally out of nowhere
Oh my
said,
God.
I'm gonna get you 10-piece nugget. Uh, what the fuck? Way to change the subject. And then, just for visual sake, after he changed the subject, when she was like, finally, it seemed like she was getting to him. This was her face. And she's like, okay, baby, get me that chicken nugget 10 piece. Like she was like turned on by it. Like, are you kidding
What?
me? You know what? You're gonna be one of those women's like, I had no idea he was in this deep. I had no clue. Yes, we all knew.
Mm-hmm.
And we're strangers. And then one last thing, because obviously we already talked about middle, like Mr. Munchkin Land, King of Munchkin Land. Like we already talked about him last week, but he's still on his bullshit. He did go to his second choice that he was so curious about. Like, what would have happened if I chose my second choice? She then was like, no, I would have left if I did end up with Connor. Or not Connor. Wait, yes. I would have left if I didn't end up with Connor. And then he was all like bamboozled, like, wait, what? What about me? You're my second choice.
Oh my God.
And it like he didn't say outright, but it's like he was like
Yeah.
so offended. And then he referred to himself as Andrew Tate. And then she's like, I don't know who that
Well, that
is.
makes more sense then.
And then she's like, I don't know who that is. And so he was like, even the thing that he admitted to that it's not a good thing to be that my guy.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, he was disgusting. And then of course he went all over to like the girl that he dropped, the hot doctor that he dropped, and goes, "You look really good. You look really hot. Like your eye." She's like, "Please stop. I know I look good. You don't need to tell me why you think I look good." And I was like, that a girl.
Yeah.
That a girl.
Ugh,
Um, and
creep.
then speaking of Bree, she's the one that was like, "Oh yeah, if I didn't end up with Connor." Then she told Connor, "I don't know if you're it. Like, look at your car. It doesn't look like you're really serious about anything."
Wow.
I was like, "Oh my God, poor Connor." And Connor is such like one of those guys that would be like the golden retriever boyfriend. And she is a fool
Yeah.
with her little weird cape jacket. But anyway, other than that, how did you feel about Paradise season two?
Okay, so I'm not all the way as caught up as you, but so far I love it.
I think you meant season one, episode six, and season two, episode two on my side. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, no, wait. I'm looking at the pit. So Paradise season one finale. Because I didn't realize you didn't finish.
No, I didn't realize I didn't either. I think I thought I did, and then when I went back, it looked like I
We
had
had a whole conversation about it too.
meh, meh. You know what? That Bilbo Ginkgo Bilboa.
Yes, Rocky Balboa, two and A.
Rocky
Rocky
Balboa.
Balboa.
Um, it was fine though because like I got to basically like refresh my memory before season two.
Yeah.
Um, and I think like I had watched some of the finale. So anyways, finale was great. I loved I only watched episode one of season two
Oh my God.
with
Okay, let's talk about that then.
Haley. What's her name?
The one
What's
that looks
that?
like Grace, everyone thinks that she looks like Grace Van Patten from Tell Me Lies too. So her name is, she's from Big Little Lies. Oh my God, wow, now it's really escaping me.
Is it
Yeah.
Haley?
No.
What's her name?
She also dated, she was the anti-vaxxer during, and she was like dating Aaron Rodgers for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked a lot
Paradise
about how they didn't shower.
Cast
And
season two. I've heard that. I think it is Haley.
her name's not Haley.
Sarah.
No?
No.
Oh, are you
Mm.
talking about the actual actress name or her actual character
Yeah,
name?
the actress
Yeah,
name.
her name is not Sarah nor Haley. Hold on.
Shailene.
Shailene. Oh wow. So
That's
that's
her
definitely
name?
that's Shailene Woodley.
You know what's funny? I actually saw her walking in New York the last time I was there.
What?
Yeah.
Is she beautiful? She looks beautiful. Like
Yeah.
she looked like she'd be one of those ones that she kind of looks like a hippie and things that she's in, but she looks like stunning in real life.
Yeah, she's stunning in real life. She's like taller too than I think I
Oh,
imagined.
she reads tall.
Yeah, she's like
Anytime she stood next to Reese Witherspoon in the Big Little Lies thing, Reese Witherspoon
mhm.
was like this, and she was like up here.
That's funny. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, she was like tall. It was winter and she was walking, like we were literally walking by. And I think that she was like in a play or a musical or something, and she was walking with some guy, I don't know. But yeah, she looked stunning. Um, I loved it. I thought it was really good. Her dude,
Oh yeah,
um,
Hottie McHot Pants.
yeah, so super hot.
That is Dove Cameron's ex-boyfriend from 56 Days. His
Wow.
name is Thomas Daugherty. Daughtry? Not Daughtry, that's a band. Daugherty?
Uh,
Daughtry?
Dodery, dodery, dodery,
Daughtery.
dodery.
Daughtery.
Oh man,
On
he's
this
just
episode of us trying to pronounce things.
dodery,
Deutery.
dodery, dodery.
Schmootery?
Oh God, okay, let's ask
Glittery.
how to pronounce
Oh no, and it's so funny.
Doherty, Doherty, Doherty. You know, when you just keep saying it, it's just worse and
You're like, and then it turns into the word fork, and you're like, now I'm just even more lost.
da. It's okay. Like the phonetic, is that what it's called? Like pronunciation is
Pronunciation.
DAW dash ER dash TEE.
Daughtry.
Da
Oh,
da.
Daughtry. Tree?
Hold
Daughtry?
on. Hold on.
Daughtry?
I have her. No.
I swear,
Too
someone's listening
bad.
right now being like, I know which actor you're talking about,
Oh
and
wait, a
you're fucked
common
up.
mispronunciation is Doherty, but it's Doherty, Doherty. I like Doherty. The da is throwing me off. Anyways,
Oh.
sir, you're very beautiful. Um,
I forgot. I sent it to Brittany and I'm trying to find it, but it was like him on the red carpet or because she like mentioned something. She's like, oh, I'd love to spread this guy on a cracker. And I was like, that just cracked up. And then I was like, oh, speaking of crackers spreading. And then I sent it to her. She's like, of him on the red carpet. And I cannot
oh
find
my
it, darn
God,
it.
that is so funny. Well, if you want to feel old, guess what year he was born?
2010.
Nope, 1995.
Oh, I don't know. I said 2010 knowing that it was not accurate because he would have been like 15. Oh, here. Oh, I need to come off. Oh, yeah. I need to come off freaking blur for this. Wait, hold on. That's what he looks like. Heck yeah, look at those. And he has like crystal blue eyes. So, of course, it's like, Jesus.
He would be great in the fairy smut book I'm reading.
I could see him being a fairy.
Yeah.
He definitely has fairy attributes.
hmm See
Good for
that.
you, fairy. But no, yeah, I thought the episode was fantastic. We'll just go into other episodes because there's going to be no one this next week. But the first episode, I think the fact that they started off, because of course you're like, why are they introducing new people? I loved it. I honestly, it was such a phenomenal episode, start to finish. I had a suspicion when they slept together. I was
hmm
like, homegirl's gonna get knocked up
I
and
was
he's gonna
like,
leave,
oh, I don't know if I would leave him after that.
right? And I was like, why wouldn't
That
you
was
just go with him?
that was my first thought. I was like, if I did that, I'm not leaving you. Guess what? We're together
It's
now.
not like you have a period tracker.
No.
Like, it's not like
And
you can monitor your ovulation.
and I'm thinking like you're gonna give like what if you have to give birth by
Well,
yourself?
we also have
No.
Quiet Place.
Yeah. Yeah, not happening.
You're gonna, well, the thing is, that was at the end of the episode, crash, airplane, wah. And then it comes
Mm-hmm.
to find main character is laying in the ground. So then,
Mm-hmm.
therefore, she's not gonna be alone, perchance. We don't know.
Perchance. And maybe later there will be a reunion.
I'm hoping, no, I don't think he's a one-off character. I don't think it's gonna be like we were introduced to this
I don't think
fine
so.
piece of man and
No.
then you'll never see him again.
Mm-mm.
No, I think he's gonna be a key player this season. I think he's gonna come back.
One thought that came to mind as I was watching their interaction, this was like my own internal dialogue that I will like tell on myself is, um, like how obviously like her character was like one that has like been alone for like most of her life,
Yeah.
dealing with hard things. She has like a definitely different personality, but like how cool and calm a lot of the time she plays these kind of characters where she's like kind of cool, like just collected, right?
Yeah,
If
even in Big
that,
Little Lies.
yeah, like very even, right?
She was raped by the fucking husband and she was still like chill as fuck. Like
hmm
granted not when she saw him, but still like
Yeah.
very like I'm cool.
Yeah. I was thinking like I could never have that much coolness pumping through my blood, especially around somebody who is that attractive. I, I'm an idiot. Like there's no way like
At
I'm
least you're
gonna
self-aware.
like don't talk. I actually like now in my older age, I'm married and all the great stuff. Like when I see attractive people, I try to like put myself in I know I'm not that old, but like I try to like imagine that I'm like my mom and I can talk to anyone and I'm like super nice so that like I just talk to people instead of making it weird and awkward because I think they're attractive. Like, I'm like, just say hi, Damiana. Say
And you know what my problem
they're
is?
not into you.
My problem is I get extra sarcastic and then I'm kind of mean.
Oh, I'm both. Yeah.
I'm like
I do
borderline
both.
mean. So if I'm actually mean to you and I'm extra sarcastic, that means I probably like you. Wouldn't know it from actual personality, but I might like you.
I used to do that a lot. Like it was like either I'm an idiot and I can't talk and I won't say anything, or I'm mean and sarcastic. So, yeah.
Well, and that's also why I had so many guy friends in my 20s was because they just thought I was a funny person that was like could be their wingman because I was just such a slapstick and I had so many jokes and I was just
Uh,
so funny and kind of offensive. And I'm like, if only you knew.
if only you knew.
Last thing
Anyways.
before we get into your list is I'm not going to say anything because Damiana couldn't do her homework tonight since again we're recording on Thursday. If we were able to record tomorrow, she would have done her homework like a good girl, but she did not. She could not watch Traitors finale. You're fine. I'm not going to say names. I promise. I'm going to be so coy, so sly. If you watched it, you'll know, but if you didn't watch it, you're still going to be confused. So, oh, she took it out. Okay, so I can actually say. So, basically, who won was Rob won. And also, I cannot believe the emotions that I felt when Mora at the end. Oh my God, I was so sad that she literally, I could feel her emotions through the screen and the betrayal of Eric. Like I can feel that through the screen. And I'm like trying not to enunciate with my mouth. So sorry if this sounds like a little mumbly because Damiana's looking at me, but she has no idea what I'm saying. But oh my God, the fact that Rob played everyone like a motherfucking fiddle till the very end was so
Oh,
superb. I just can't even,
watching your
ugh,
face. I don't
I
know if you can hear
can't
like watching
even.
your face, and I have no idea what you're saying. I even like turned you down. Um, are you done?
Sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that finale was superb. And I'm really looking forward to the reunion because I think people were aghast. They didn't expect things to go a certain way. And I'm just excited to see people's reactions because I was never the one that was going to like jump on social media to find out, like, see the video of like the person who got murdered, their reaction to find out like who the traitors were. Like, I never was that person. So I am actually excited to see like the reunion as a whole.
And I heard that Lisa Rinna she was saying that she
Oh,
got
allegedly
drugged.
roofied.
Yeah. No, she was like, I got tested and they
Oh, I didn't
found
see that.
yeah, they found fentanyl
By
and
who?
like methamphetamines. They're investigating it, but she thinks she has an idea who.
What? Yeah, because I think even douche lord canoe, Colton. I was gonna say Connor. That's not right. Colton even made a comment like, yeah, she wasn't drinking that much. She had like
Uh,
maybe less than a drink and then she started acting really out of it.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like there's reports of that, and the person interviewing her, I forget who it was, it's another like celebrity, was like, "No, I know you can hold your own, and like that's not you." So
Yeah,
that makes
she can
sense.
party. She's not like a little like
She
housewife that can only have like a half a glass of wine before bed. Like she
No,
can party.
like you don't want to try and keep up with her.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that I get. She had mentioned the bar. There's like a bar in like near where the that's like I guess really popular for like drinks and stuff that people go and like party. She said that's like where she got her drink and that's like what, like where she got it.
Whoa.
So interesting.
Do you, I know this might be a little invasive. Do you ever feel like maybe you were ever roofied?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Really?
I think yeah, we've talked about this. This is like
Oh,
me and
sorry. We can.
Charlie at no,
Oh,
not that I'm
wait.
mad at you for not remembering because I can't remember shit.
Oh,
Don't
wait. I
worry.
think I do vaguely remember this. You were with
Um,
Charlie.
Love Fest.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Although, like, I mean, I that experience was too funny anyways that it wasn't like nothing happened to me. And I could still kind of give this like sliver of like maybe not because they were vodka Red Bulls and
Oh
we
my
were drinking
God.
them all day.
No, okay.
So who
You
knows?
you could have also roofied yourself at that point.
Yeah, like who knows? But I mean, yeah, nothing bad happened. We just
Okay.
were at a tent drinking that all day and we were having people buy it first because we had like met friends and didn't want like new friends and we didn't want to get out of line to get a wristband.
I remember that.
And so we were giving them our money to like buy them and then they ended up giving us tickets, real tickets to the show.
And that was the love fest that I almost broke my ankle.
I
We
think you
talked
did.
about we
Did you
talked
go to
about
the
this.
hospital or
Yeah,
something?
I had to go to
Yeah.
the ER. I had to get an IV. They had to ask me questions like, "Are you on drugs?" And I'm like, "No, I had like a lot of alcohol. Been outside for hours. Blah blah blah."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was with Alex Bopel and Danelle.
Mm,
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Before we jump into the rest of what you watched, I do have a question. So I was listening to the Tinks podcast, and she had a question that was she always does this like ask me anything write-ins. So like people will ask her questions. And usually it's like advice questions, but this one was actually a her opinion question. And it kind of made me think like, what was that movie? Or what was that actor? So, what movie scenes or men in movies, boys even at that point, if you were like younger, really got you like your sexual awakening, or you're like, wait a second, I like boys. Like it doesn't need to be a specific actor necessarily because he could be like gross in anything else, but it was like when he was in this movie, in this scene, or he was in this show in this scene or something like what was your first awakening moment or like it doesn't need to be a graphic sex scene. It doesn't need to be anything like that. It could even be like that he only when he played this role, but nothing else. Like everything else he's gross in, but otherwise this role made me really be like, whoa, hello. Who's the first
Um,
person that comes to mind?
I, I think probably like my youngest of like, wow, like I think I like boys. Was
That
Jonathan Taylor Thomas like
which
in
role?
Home Improvement.
Okay.
Um, and then also Devon Sawa, like
Uh
Casper. Yeah.
that's mine.
Hmm.
I think he honestly, every millennial girl around our age,
Yeah.
I feel like he was the awakening. And it was so funny because like it was that scene
Hmm.
that I'll make a wish for you and hope it will come true. And life would just be kind to such a gentle rhyme. And if you lost your way to yesterday, and then all of a sudden during that song, because I was not about to sing that, are you kidding?
Oh, so funny.
He then turns around and
Hmm.
he's now the human version of Casper is Devin Sawa.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was definitely all of our awakenings.
Then I think like later, Paul, what's his face from
Walker,
yeah, Paul Walker in
Fast and
Fast and
Furious,
Furious. Yeah, because you're like, wait,
not in the
what?
Yogi Bear movie.
No, but also similar time too is like Freddie Prince Jr. and who's Cruel
Ryan,
Intentions,
Ryan Felipe.
Ryan Felipe.
Hello, his
Yeah.
butt next to the
Oh my
pool.
God, amazing.
The elevate or escalator scene where he's waiting at the top of the escalator. I'm sorry.
My
I'm sorry.
favorite movie is like a teenager, like like I wasn't a teenager at that point, but like I was like freshly teenager, was Jawbreaker as
Oh,
well. And
yes.
I like the outfits for the girls and like just how
Hell
like
yeah.
and I didn't know like really what they
This
were
isn't
doing.
cool. No, oh my God, Rebecca Gayheart. I loved her. She was also an urban legend and she was so stunning.
Hmm.
And then obviously Rose McGowan, she was in Charmed for like portions of the season after Prue. Ah,
Wow.
speaking of R.I.P. Eric Dane and R.I.P. the one who played Prue. Oh my God, why am I totally blanking on her name? She was in 90210. Prue Halliwell. That's who. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am totally blanking on who this was. So,
Actually, I didn't know this guy died. This was her husband.
Eric Dane, he just died last week.
Oh wow, last
He had,
week?
yeah,
That's sad.
he was diagnosed a year ago. He was also in Euphoria.
Oh
So
wow. Yeah.
what's crazy is he's actually for the new season that's coming out up here in the next month, he filmed a few scenes for the new
Oof.
season of Euphoria because he plays Jacob Elordi's dad.
Oh. He was so he died of cancer?
Yeah, so he no, it's look it up. It's ALS. AOL. It's where like everything kind of shuts down.
ALS. Oh,
ALS.
as Lou Gehrig's disease. Oh.
Yeah, so he announced it a year ago and he just passed away.
Oh.
And they just put on Netflix because you know how there's those interviews now that are happening with people who know they're going to die
Mm-hmm.
and they record a famous last words episode. And there's been a few now of people like knew who they were going to pass. He recorded one. And it was so
Oh.
sad because he even said he's like Rebecca was my life. She was my person. She like was everything to me, blah blah blah. But it was just so sad. And then Shannon Doherty, she passed too because I was talking to you were
Mm-hmm.
talking about Jawbreakers. She passed as well.
Mm-hmm.
But she had cancer.
He was only 53.
Yeah. I
Totally
mean,
crazy.
James Vanderbeek just passed and he was only 48.
Wow. 48.
48. That is so scary. And like just to think of
Mm-hmm.
like you really don't know how much life you have left to live.
Mm-hmm.
And I just
Crazy.
think that like that's also a good point is just kind of like when you do see someone pass away that you kind of thought that we're going to live to be like a, you know, a
Mm-hmm.
freaking Jack Nicholson where he was going to be around forever kind of thing. Um, but it's just one of those things you don't expect these people to pass so young.
No, no, not at all.
But anyway,
Oh.
for me, yeah, going back to the question from that little
Mm-hmm.
sad corner. Devin Sawa for sure, Casper. What was another one? Oh my God, the guy from, do you remember Camp Nowhere?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, that had Andrew Keegan in it, but not Andrew Keegan. That's not the one that did it for me. It was Jonathan Jackson. He was the one that was like the long-haired kid, and he also ended up being in that show Nashville.
I don't think I ever saw this. Camp Nowhere.
1994. I was like 9 years old. I was maybe
That's so
8.
funny.
It is so good. I watched that movie so many times.
Hilarious.
And
Jessica
what's funny
Alba's
is
in it too.
yeah, she actually plays a non-speaking role. She's in the background. Um, and also Marnette Patterson, I always thought was the most beautiful, beautiful girl ever. It's like, where is she? Um, but it's just like it was just so funny that when I heard that question, I was like, oh my God, what was it? Because you really don't think like the first sexual awakening, you don't even think of it as being like an actual sex scene in a movie. You literally think of it like a moment where you're just like, oh, he's beautiful. And it
hmm
usually is when you're a preteen and you're like just discovering like boys are cute.
I
So
think I
they,
always thought, I think I always thought boys were cute.
yeah.
I don't know, like
I never
I
thought, ooh, cooties. I was never that girl where I was like,
no, and
that's
I
fine.
not that like I always wanted to like kiss them or anything, but I do remember there was someone in kindergarten who like there used to be like this like these like cement tubes or whatever like on the playground. Do you remember those like in the
Yeah,
sand?
we didn't have
Like
those, but I
tunnels.
remember seeing the tunnels. Yeah.
And like these two kids like I mean they were like in kindergarten. They grabbed like these big like bouncer balls and they like plugged them up and they were like they're kissing in there. I don't know if they were like really kind of was like kissing like they you kiss? Like what do you mean? I don't
Couple
understand.
kiss. I remember my
Why
dad
would
told me if you kiss somebody, your lips would fall off.
Good job, Dad. Good job.
Oh, speaking of RIP, another one for me for sure was the Brandis. What was his name? Brandis. Jonathan Brandis. He uh
Uh,
he was in Ladybugs, Neverending Story. He had blue eyes, blonde, mushroom
oh
cut
yeah, I do
hair.
remember him.
RIP. He died way too
Oh,
young.
whoa. Yeah, he did.
He took his own life. Yeah. Super, super sad.
Oh.
And then Eric Von Denton from Brink. When I saw Eric Von Denton's hair from Brink, hello. And then he was also in Princess Diaries. I'm
Oh
scrolling.
yeah,
I
I
looked up
remember
Teen
that
Heartthrobs.
guy.
Yeah, I looked up Teen Heartthrobs. I'm just like, okay, nope, nope, not really, nope. Oh, the guy from 500 Days of Summer. He was a he was one of them. What was his name? 500 Days of Summer. He has like three names.
Oh,
500 Days of Summer.
That's like you're way older at that point. Get out
No,
of
I'm
here.
saying, but
You're done.
he was in Third Rock from the Sun. He was a teenage kid in Third
Yeah.
Rock from the Sun. But what is his name? Why am I completely blanking on his actual name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. There you go.
hmm He's still around on all kinds of
He
stuff.
is, and he actually is a huge activist too, about like a good one, not a bad one.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my shows really quick.
Sure.
And I have the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh,
Again,
it
if you're
wasn't it just the finale?
Mm,
It only has six
yes.
episodes.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah.
And it was very, very good. Like, if you are not watching that and you've heard this multiple times from me, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? You need to watch this. It is so good.
And again, 30-minute episodes. You can't get past that.
It's so good. Yeah, I'm like, great, cool, 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 cool. When is this coming back? I
2 years in their world, remember? Every 2 years they release a new season.
They
Oh,
do, I
House of
know.
Dragon comes out this season, and mind you,
Oh yeah.
I watched the House of Dragon intro with
Oh.
my 1.5-year-old Wyatt. So it's been 2 years.
Um, I think I mentioned this multiple times, but I
Yes.
finally finished
Oh
it.
my
So this is
God.
just
You
kind of
can't finish a
funny. I know.
movie?
Well, no, here's the thing. Okay. One, I had mentioned it before that I wanted to watch it, and then I was like, I want to buy it because it wasn't streaming anywhere that like
No, you
I could get
said you
it.
watched it though.
And then I think it was a different one because it wasn't You
Nope.
Got Mail.
Nope. I will go back. Roll the tape. Roll the tape. I will go back
Yes.
because you literally said, "Oh yeah," and then I tried to watch it, and then it's on Netflix,
It's
guys.
on
It's on
Netflix. You're
Netflix.
right. Okay. So then I was watching it with my mom. That's right. And then I never finished it. And I was like, I need to finish it. And there was like only 10 minutes left. So I put it on here. So I didn't look like such a loser who didn't watch anything. And then I watched The Pit and I'm not all the way caught up. I know. I know. I really didn't get okay. And here's the truth. I
Girl.
am in fairy smutland. Okay, I'm deep in fairy smutland.
Brr, brr, brr.
Any
Ackmath.
like,
Ackmath.
no,
Ackmath.
no, you shut your mouth. It's not Akma. Any like moment I get to myself, I'm going to be listening to this book because it is just so fun. It's just like too much fun. Trying to think. Okay, so I
You
started the
gave the
third.
full. Oh, you wait. You're not Ackmath anymore? What is it?
No, now I'm
Wait. Now
third book
my life is
of
a lie.
the
What is it?
Court of Thorns and Roses. I think it's Mist and Fury. Is it Mist and Fury? Yeah. I
Yeah.
was at a
No,
Court
that's
of Mist
Ackmath.
and Fury.
No, that's what you've been reading.
Um.
That's Ackmath. So if you're on the third book, what's the third
Oh no,
book?
no, Wings and Ruin.
Wait, A Court of Wings and Ruin?
Mm-hmm. Let me
I need to
change it
come
on
up with a
here.
new word. Hold
Wings
on.
and
Oh, I got
Ruin.
it. It's Aquar.
It's worse.
Aquar. It's like guar,
I'm
the
going
band.
to throw something at you.
Aquar. Do you prefer Aquar or Aquar?
Maybe war. Let's not, okay? A quart of wings and so
Aquar.
you know what is the annoying part though, because I'm listening to it is okay. I got used to the like person who's reading it. What do they call them? Like the
Narrator.
narrator. Thank you, narrator. And when I went to go buy the second book, I didn't realize that I bought a
Yeah.
dramatized version of it, like and only like one part of that. So I spent one of my credits on that shit and I like tried to listen to it and I was like, what is this hot garbage? Like
Like
get
it's a
this.
completely different person.
It's multiple people. It's like they're like performing a play and they're
Oh.
so distracting and there's like background music and like, different things. I didn't even get to the spicy parts because I was like, I can't handle it. I
You're like,
can't do it.
this
Give
is
me
too
my
much.
person back. So I bought the full version of like the narrator that I'm used to from the first book.
Is this
Um,
a girl or a guy?
it's a girl, yeah.
And is it the same every single book?
Except for this one. I can't find her. I guess she
Oh,
didn't I
Oh,
didn't do a deep dive, but like I searched on, on audio and is that what it's called? Audible. And
Audible.
I couldn't find it. I could find the dramatized, like the new dramatized one for
Like
this
where
book.
they literally go like, and then he ripped it from my
No,
hand.
it's like they're
No,
like,
don't do that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, pretty much. So I had to find a different chick, and she's not bad. Her rhythm's a little funky, but like, it's better than the dramatized version. So, I think this is kind of fun. I'm also kind of like, I would like, how do you get into being a narrator? Can I be a narrator? I want to be a
yeah.
narrator.
Homie,
Uh,
you have a voice.
I,
You just have to basically I think is what you have to do is you have to audition for voiceovers
yeah,
is the thing.
I'm like, I could do that. I
Yeah.
could be your Feyre. Um, Anyways, so I'm having a lot of fun reading this book. I think it's yeah,
Reading.
reading, reading. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing in my spare time.
Well, is there anything juicy you want to share about Aqua or are you like
Mm,
not yet?
I'm trying to think if it happens in this book or the other one.
No, because you gave us a full-on
This
narration of Akatar and Akmath.
the
So
second one, I'll say this. The second book gets very juicy. Like once they finally like okay, so where I left off, I think was
we
that
talked about all the gruesome stuff.
I did, yeah. So she had died, the main character like dies,
Yeah.
and then each of the like high lords of like each fairy kingdom give her
She's
like
a
a
fairy.
piece of their magic so that she becomes a fairy.
Yeah.
And then where the book kind of goes is that they like I think the second book she is like in the fairy kingdom with her like love, right? The guy that she like risked everything for, did all this stuff to prove that she loved him. And he's like keeping her
What are
close.
their
Like,
names? So the
so
first
her
guy is
name's
the abusive.
Farah.
Yeah, she's Farrah the fairy fucker. But who's the first guy's name that's the
His
abusive
name's
guy?
Tamlin.
And
And
who's the
so
other guy?
his name is Reese or Reesan. And so Reesan like he had, made her do this bargain where like, okay, after you get through these trials, I want you to come to my court once a month and I'll save your life because she was like broken and bruised. And so she basically like they pick it up with like her living back at Tamlin's estate and he's like white gloving her like you can't do any of this stuff. You can't I don't want you to leave the manor. I don't want you to go anywhere. And then he's like sending this like high priestess to like plan a wedding for her. Um and it's like lots of rules and there's like all these like undertones of like things that like they sleep in separate bedrooms, but she's like, but I guess that's how it goes. Or like she has to, she's asking, like, what will they call me when I marry him? And she's like, they'll call you Pharaoh. And she's like, oh, I won't be a high lady. And they're like, no, there's no high ladies here. Like that just doesn't exist. So she's feeling like we're not equals, is what they're getting at. And so it comes to her wedding day, and she starts like feeling all of the feels. This isn't right. And she starts to like panic. She's like walking down the aisle, and then poof, Rusan shows up and takes her for that weekly, once a month thing and brings her out of it. And then that's kind of like where like the real second part of like that book goes, and then it gets spicy.
I hate to break your heart.
Yeah,
You're pronouncing it wrong.
Rusan?
It's raisin.
No, that's how they say it in the book
Are you
because I'm
sure?
listening to it. Yes.
It literally says the pronunciation is REH dash Zin.
No, they call him
Raisin.
Reese. No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
People are saying, oh, like I've
I
heard
believe
I've
you.
heard the dramatized version of them like dramatizing it out, and they've sent Reese Risan, and then the other random lady and another lady, and they've all said Risan or Reese. They call him Reese. Resin.
Resin.
Resin, no. But anyways, it gets spicy and it's fun, and she finds her own, and she's like miss like empowerment. And then I think she starts to really realize like just how much she was like they don't call it abuse, but it like I think as it
It's
goes, she's like,
abuse.
"Oh, I was like abused," you know?
Oh, it's like my revelation.
It's like a
Where
revelation.
like you don't realize when you're in it, you realize when you're out of it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
how bad it was for her and yeah, just how much better, not better, like she learns to not compare too. Like this person is so different from this other person. It is now incomparable. And so then they have this thing called they're mates or they mated, but it's like really like soulmates. And so that's kind of like where it gets cute and sexy.
That is cute. And I feel
Hmm.
like that's also like when it comes time to me wanting to date, is like that's what I'll look for is like a mate, but
Hmm.
not in just like the sexual terms of it all, but like more of like the non-comparable to my past. You're
Yeah,
a
totally
standalone
different.
figure. Because I feel
Hmm.
like that's the issue that women have if they bounce from one relationship to the next to the next to the next without some breathing room between is
Yeah.
you compare too much. And that's where you get like in that deep, dark well of like
Hmm.
you're never gonna find your person because of that.
Hmm.
I'm very
Yeah.
much on that idea. But yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
it's a good book. I mean, outside of like the trigger for you, I
Yeah.
think like they do bring it up a little bit afterwards of it being this like trauma, not just for her that she went through it, but also for other people too, that like they're like that was like the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life and
At least
like
they talk about it.
they do, yeah. And they're like, I think that's like the stark difference is that Tamlin was like, I watched her do this to you, and I can't let you go. I can't let you like live your own life. Like I wanted to protect you. And then and then Reese is like, that was horrific and honestly the worst thing I've ever seen. But like you have to be your own person. You get to make your own choices, and I'm here for you. So they do
Love
talk
that.
about it. But yeah, it's you know what? Yeah, it's a good book. There are some things about it where I'm like, did you chat GPT this or did you like use AI for this?
Don't use chat, use Claude.
We know, yes. But yeah, like little things like when you're listening, especially you're like, okay, we've used this phrase before or
Oh,
yeah, like
let's pull it at the source, guys.
yeah, exactly. Like you've already said hiss like a million times
No,
or
and that's the thing. I remember writing essays, and I always would be like, I need to pull up literally an actual thesaurus
mm-hmm.
because I've used this word too many times. What is a
Yeah.
different way I can make up this word? Oh, there it is. Yep,
Yes.
that's the one.
It's now you can do it's just thesaurus.com or whatever and there's like
Back in my day,
yeah.
there was
When
not
I
a
walked
thesaurus.com.
30 feet uphill in
Up
the snow.
both ways. You
I
gotta
know.
crack open a physical book, guys. You couldn't Google shit.
She also says like calluses on their hands like when it's like sexy like she's like I could feel his calluses on his hands but she's said it multiple times and I'm like okay each time really
Is he just
um
constantly like working? Like with
yeah he's like a working man
like
I don't
a
know
metal.
I've never thought that like she's like described as like his calluses scraped my whatever, or like my hands or my breast or my back or whatever it is. And I'm like, I don't know if I would think that's sexy. I've never noticed that
You might, well,
before.
and also if it's not a constant or if that's not like your thing, that could easily be one of those things I was like,
Huh?
oh my God, what is that? Oh,
Yeah.
that's your hand.
Lotion.
Ugh. Haven't you ever heard of a loofah? Or dare I say a pumice stone?
My God, that would hurt.
No, pumice wouldn't be bad. Pumice is just a stone that you just rub and it makes it smooth. A loofah would be just like washing your body, but then I'm not talking about like the cheese grater you would use on your heels.
Oh my God.
No, not on your hand.
Oh Lord.
Um, anyway, well,
And on that
now
note.
we're away from Akatar and Akmath. Now we're into Akwar. So she's gonna keep us abreast on Akwar.
Pun intended.
Why is there war?
No, abreast.
Oh, yes. All the puns in abreast. Um, Well, thank you guys for listening on in. Uh, we will chit chat and we'll have a little bit more of a lengthier time between now and the next episode. So we might end up watching more, or dare I say, Damiana will end up watching more than four things.
Maybe.
Maybe. I didn't watch the newest episode of Love Story that just came out tonight or today, so that's why it's not on my list. So I will definitely recap the next two episodes and the next episode. So, Dami, you need to watch it. It's just so fucking good. And then it's gonna make you look at Charlie and be like, "Why are you this romantic?" And then it'll be then it'll be then I'm sure it'll be a little conversation. So, anyway.
All right.
Thank y'all. Like,
Thank you
subscribe,
guys.
comment, share, DM, all the things. DM us what we should be watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.